So ethics and character are very important. And yes, those are attractive to quality women, not to some stupid bitch. Why do you think firemen are so attractive to women? Or even activists of any kind are very attractive to women because they stand for something greater than themselves. Responsibility. If you break it down into its components, responsibility is not a duty or something negative. It's actually empowerment. You want to be responsible for what you do. If somebody says, well, why'd you do that? Well, because I have good reason. I'm being responsible here. I'm able to respond to that challenge. Responsibility. You can look in the mirror and say, well, I handled this responsibly. That's the quality of a man. I'm really just friggin' barely scratching the surface. I'm just kind of, not even the cliff notes, I'm just kind of breezing through this, unfortunately. I could spend an hour on each one of these, easy. We don't have the luxury of that right now. That's what the big programs and products are for. We have many of those. Ethics and character. Character, becomes destiny. Again, I'm shortening this. If you're not ethical, like for instance, in college, what do you call a typical college dude that's just like wiggling his way through life? Well, it's not ethical. We call it a douchebag. Fucking and chucking with the women. Who cares? Yeah, I'll call you tomorrow, baby. Yeah, sure you will. That's not ethical. You really have to have ethics and character. It's who you are. It's being able to look in the mirror and giving yourself a response. Like say you're a creator. Let's say you die, you go to heaven. Or you go to wherever, that crossroads, and you're being asked. Now you have to answer, give a response for what you did. Did you come from low character, from high character? Character is destiny. If you're not ethical, you'll always cut corners. You'll at least a criminal. Will be wishy-washy. You'll kind of weasel your way through life. That's not a respectable manly quality. That's what most people do, particularly politicians. So ethics and character are very important. And yes, those are attractive to quality women. Not to some stupid bitch that wants to, girls gone wild kind of shit. That's not what I'm talking about. Spring break is coming up. I'm talking about quality women. And what's really even more attractive or equally attractive to them, and you can't separate any of these. Well, if you're really clear about your values and all that kind of stuff, your ethics and character, the next step would be your vision and purpose. Living a life on purpose. Joseph Campbell, The Hero's Journey, he always said a hero is somebody who lives for something greater than himself. A boy, an unhealthy boy, wants instant gratification. He wants it now, he doesn't want to work for it, he wants it handed on a silver platter, like the unconditional basic income kind of crap. Socialism, let the government take care of me. I don't want to work. I actually want to live in my mom's basement and play video games and masturbate all day, and then I'll become an Antifa social justice warrior. Now that's really attractive. If you ever looked at those guys when they're unmasked, holy crap. They make the Joker look like the luminary, the glowing example of masculinity by comparison. You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be a douche. You have to have vision, ethics, character, intention, purpose. You have to know why you're there. Why do you think firemen are so attractive to women? Or even activists of any kind are very attractive to women because they stand for something greater than themselves. I'm not talking about a social justice warrior here. I'm talking about somebody who really stands for something with a backbone, who's very clear, who's made a choice. What you're willing to stay, live for, stand for, die for. That's your vision, intention, and purpose. You're living a life on purpose. It's one of the 6 pillars of self-esteem, by the way. If you ever read that book, I highly recommend it. I'm not great about the methods, but he was one of the greatest psychologists of this age. Nathaniel Branden, unfortunately, he died a few years ago. But he wrote a book called The 6 Pillars of Self-Esteem, and we'll get into those in a bit. And one of those is living a life on purpose. And that's also the essence of the hero. You're living for something greater than your little boyish desires, instant gratification. And women will pick up on that. Again, we're talking about quality woman, not that stupid little bitch. That's just selfie. Whatever, loser, whatever. That's not a quality woman, that's this dumbass cunt. Women want a man, a real man. Women really don't have a type. They think they do, but when it comes down to it, they violate their own rules every time. They really don't act in accordance with what they think they want or what they tell you.